Hello friends, welcome to the tutorial series from Godot project to Google Play Store, and this is the part 2 of this tutorial series. So this part 2 we are going to learn about different types of icons that we need to upload to our project before getting our game published in Google Play Store. And let's talk about different icons that we need to upload in our project before getting our game published in Google Play Store. So first of all, let's go to the documentation of Godot. So for launching our icon or for launching our project to Google Play Store, we need some kind of icons. So there are three main types of icons that we need to upload. So one is the main icon. So it's the classic icon, and this kind of icon is used by the Android version up to 8, and it must be about 192 pixels. And next kind of icon is called adaptive icons, and these adaptive icons are two types. One is the adaptive background and another is adaptive foreground, and it must be at least a size of 432 by 432 pixels. And the last one is the themed icon, and this kind of icon is used in if your phone are in some kind of dark mode or a light mode. So it also is the size of 432 by 432 pixels. So let's see what does this kind of icon mean by looking at our icon that I have already designed. So the first icon, the main icon that we need is this. So let me open this. Okay, so its size is 432 by 432. So the minimum size we require was 192 by 192, and 432 by 432 is more than enough. And this is the icon that I have designed. The blue is the background of the icon, and this is the main icon of the project, and this is the main icon. And next is the adaptive foreground icon. So let me open it. So this is the adaptive foreground icon. So this icon does not have its background, we only have the foreground. So that's what it means by adaptive foreground icon. So we only have the foreground, we don't have background in this icon, and its size is 432 by 432 pixels also. And the next one is adaptive background icon. This one, let me open it. Okay, and this one only contains the background color and nothing else. So its size is also 432 pixels by 432 pixels. And the last one is the monochrome. So let me open the adaptive monochrome icon, and this is the adaptive monochrome icon. So this icon only has one color, this white color, and in adaptive monochrome icon either it has a white color or a black color. So I have made a white color monochrome icon. So this icon is going to be used if the mobile phone is in the dark mode or a light mode. And these are the four types of icons that we require. And let me go back to the documentation once again. And the documentation once again tells one thing, is that the most important adaptive icon design rule is to have your icon within a critical element inside a safe zone. That means within a 264 pixels of color circle. So the diameter of the circle should be 264 pixels, and within that circle your icon's most critical elements should be inside that zone. So if your icon most critical element exceeds this centered circle, 264 pixels centered circle, then your icon might be clipped. So the main part of our icon that you need to show it anyhow should be inside the center and within the 264 pixels diameter. For example, let me show you one more time the icon. So this the whole size of the image is 432 pixels, and inside this is my main icon. So the main icon should be inside the 264 pixels centered circle. So if your icons critical elements exceed this circle, then it might be clipped. That's why if you have the icon and your critical element or critical shapes of the icons are outside this circle, then it's going to be clipped. That's why you need to measure your icon and put the most critical element inside the center of this circle. So this is the exactly 264 pixel circle that I have measured, and within it I have put my icon, and that's what you need to consider while designing your icon too. And now let's upload our icon to our project. So let's go to the project and then export, and inside the Android, so you go scroll downwards and there is something called launcher icons. Then you need to provide everything inside here. First of all, let me upload my icon to this folder. So let me close it for now, and let me pick this one, adaptive foreground and adaptive background. So these are the 4 icons that I need. I'll drag it inside my project like this, inside the icon folder, and we have got all our icons. Next, let me go back to the project, export, and then first of all the main icon. Let me just select it from here. Inside the asset folder I have the icon, and which one? This one, the main icon. And next is the adaptive foreground. Let me click this, and inside the asset, inside the icon, I'll just include adaptive foreground PNG. And next one, adaptive background. Click here, go to asset, icons, and adaptive background, open. And the last one, adaptive monochrome. Let me click it. Then inside the asset, icon, and this is my monochrome, it's only white color. Click, open, and that's it. So we have all the 4 icons required for the Android app. Next, what should we do? We need to export our project. Okay, let me export the project. Export, and export with developer now, no problem. Okay, okay, the project has been exported. So let's me look at my mobile phone. I have installed my APK on the phone. So let me open the phone from here. So I have connected my phone with phone link. So let me open the phone link and open my phone screen from here. And let me search my app. So this was the app. So if you look here, I said it would clip some part of the icons, and if you put your icon inside the safe zone like this, then your icon will be safe, and it will be displayed like this. If I open it, it's the icon of the game, and this is the Android game that we have made, or I have made. And thank you guys for watching. If you guys like this tutorial, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe the channel, and see you in the next part.